This is a video about my one-to-one mentoring and how I work with people, basically. The people that I work with are people who are working to bring wellness, consciousness, wholeness, healing to others. That can be coaches, therapists, body workers, healers, yoga teachers, mindfulness teachers, health coaches, all these kind of people. I work with people mainly who are in years 0 to 3 in business. What I see very often is that people think they need help with marketing, and what they really need help with though is actually their foundations in terms of who's my ideal client, like where's the intersection between my skills and what people need, and how do I describe what I do, what's the product as such, what's my offering, what price should that be, what shape should that take, working with people for single sessions versus packages, things like that. So people usually think, oh, I need help with marketing because I need clients, but my experience of working with people, that's not usually the problem. It's actually usually the step before that, where they need to really get into their foundations and of their business, but also their personal foundations, in terms of it can be quite overwhelming. It is quite overwhelming starting your business. Self-management, managing your time, keeping multiple projects on the go, managing to take care of yourself, self-care, whilst growing a lot and whilst doing a lot of new things in terms of your business. The things I can help people with is their inner foundations, connecting with their bigger picture, their mission, looking at what they've been through that they really feel strongly that they want to help people with and through. And then also the inner foundations around your mindset and believing in yourself and moving through that self-doubt. I don't know if it ever actually goes away, but being able to recognize that it's there and feel equanimous and be able to continue. And also lots of practices to improve one's mindset and realize it's just trying to keep us safe, and all the things that we can do to support and start to grow that more positive voice in our heads that believes in ourselves. And also then business foundations, so looking at your business model, and there's so many options for what you could do. I could do webinars, I could do blogging, I could do courses, I could work with people one-to-one, there's so many options for what one could do. So really helping my client to see what's right for them with their skill set and with their lifestyle that's right for them, and their preferences and their audience, their niche as well. Yeah, the other pieces around, as I said, being organized and managing our productivity when we're self-employed. It's kind of a big change from being employed, when there was expectations and clear work hours and clear tasks that landed on your lap. Now it's self-directed, so how to direct our energy most effectively and efficiently, and also how to have boundaries around when is work time and when is not, because otherwise we will burn out. The next piece that I help people with is working with clients, the process for kind of inquiry calls, managing interactions with clients, how do clients pay you, what kind of forms do you want them to fill out, and pricing for packages versus single sessions and different things like that. Then we have, as a personal branding, it's helping the person to see what's unique about them and what makes them stand out naturally amongst other people offering the same thing, and leaning into that so that you attract certain people and other people know that you're not a right fit. It takes a lot of growth and self-awareness and seeing ourselves, which is hard when we're just doing it internally, like the wood for the trees kind of phrase. The other piece then is around niche and offering. I would be a fan of getting people to really study their ideal client. Lots of stuff out there can be very much around demographic. You have to pick a woman aged whatever who has 3 children who's working in a professional job. My approach is more around sociographic or psychographic, more so what problems does that woman have, for example. And it might not just be one thing, it might be a few things, but we start to chat and have market research calls with such a person or a few people. I give questions for you to start to explore, and maybe even do social listening in terms of being in Facebook groups of that kind of type of person with that type of problem, And then you start to see what help they really want, because that's the essence of it all, is to find out who you want to help and what they need help with, and then create an offer that solves a problem that they have in a shape, in a form that suits them. Now, that's not overnight, but it's the essence of it. The next piece is around your online presence. I have built some websites and I'm quite into all the tech solutions and automations and things like that. So insofar as possible, starting to get you looking professional online. Maybe that's optimizing your social media profiles, or maybe it's creating your first website and how to do that in a DIY way, or else if you're going to get a website built, where to even start with that, or what you want to write on the website and things like that. Then other forms of non-social media marketing and ways to generate word of mouth marketing as well. The next piece is around the tech solutions, so things just like setting up your mailing list, getting a customized email address, how to make nice graphics for, say, social media, managing all of your information and your documents, keeping your system organized and setting it up so that it's organized and it doesn't get to the point of overwhelm. So yeah, those are some of the things I help people with. The benefits of working with a coach one-to-one are that rather than when you're in a group, there's something magical about that, because you're getting to hear where other people are at. You don't feel so alone. You get insights into things you might never have thought about. Huge benefits of working in a group. The benefits of working one-to-one are that it's really like the spotlight is on you, and it's really focused time and an opportunity for you to be seen and to be heard and to move through in a deeper way things that are causing resistance within yourself. I like to think that I create a safe space and a deep space for that kind of processing. And my belief is that working with somebody one-to-one, obviously it costs more than working in a group, but it also can move you faster along in ways because it's like a personalized curriculum of what you need. And then my approach to coaching and mentoring, it's a blend of the two. Coaching is very much about asking questions to evoke insights and awareness in the client. Mentoring is telling you the path. So mine is at the intersection of those, where I really listen and hear and help you to see different angles with what you're working through, and giving options of different approaches and different ways through that when needed. I would say I very much trust your intuition and trust your guidance as being, first and foremost in this. And sometimes though it can feel a bit blocked because of fear and different things. So being in a coaching space allows it to be heard more clearly. Yeah, and I'm very much about honouring our nervous system as we grow in business. It's not to overwhelm ourselves with loads of information or loads of different options. Instead, it's more so to move forward at the pace that honours your feeling safe and you feeling like it's growth but not overwhelming. I work with people either for a single session, there is just a few questions for you to answer before that so that I can hit the ground running with you. But most people would work together for 4 months in a kind of a container, because none of this stuff is magic or instant. It takes time, and it takes the actions in between sessions actually to see the results. So in my 4-month holistic business acceleration mentoring, there are weekly check-ins on WhatsApp. I send a voice note to say what's been going well, what's been a challenge, and what are you planning to focus on for this week ahead, and do you need any support? And I'm there on WhatsApp, for the rest of the weekdays as well, if needed. And we have a shared Google document where during the sessions we type in insights and clarity that's coming to you as we talk and work together, and we write the actions after each session as well. So you have this comprehensive document of what you're working on and through for you to refer to between sessions and tick things off the list on that as well. So there is that sense of accountability. What else? In the first session, I'll ask where would you love to be at by this time, 4 months. Lots of people will say, I want to move forward with my visibility in marketing. I want to get clear on who my niche is and my ideal client, and get clear on my pricing and my offer. I want to feel more confident and more kind of organized and more structured. So we'll set out, for example, 5 different areas that you want to work on together. That will be in our shared document. And so it's quite amazing that while we don't actually work through it step by step in a like lesson 1 type of a way, you bring to each session what you need help with at that time, like what you think you want to focus on, and those other areas just weave in naturally. If you're saying, I want to have this group program, so then naturally some of the social media or marketing or non-social media stuff will come up, and naturally some of the confidence and belief in yourself stuff will come up as well, and naturally some of the being organized and scheduling time in your calendar to work on things to write the course or whatever will come up. So while we have a clear plan for what you want to work on, we also work with what's there at that time, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the main features of the 4-month container. It's like, as I said, nearly like a personalized curriculum, and it's a strong support and accountability, and there is that feeling of momentum because we usually would have a session every second week. So there's time to get stuff done, but not enough time to kind of get complacent with it. Sometimes when we're working for ourselves, other stuff like life and all just keeps getting priority. But when you have kind of like set yourself goals with me in our space, and I'm checking in to see where you're at, not in a judgmental way, in a supportive way, and then you have another session booked with me in 4 days' time, somehow your business gets the attention and it doesn't get pushed to the sides. I think a lot of reason why it's hard to move ahead in our own business because we're not sure exactly what we need to do, but from the coaching space you will know what you want to do, because that's what you bring each time, nearly like a tangled ball of I want to do this, but I'm worried about this, or I'm not sure about this, and then we untangle it like a little ball of wool. It gets nice and tidied, and then you are clear and kind of work away for the next 2 weeks. I think that is all. There is a payment plan for the 4-month container. The final piece there is just I am a mentor with the local enterprise office in 5 counties, and so that means that if you live in one of those counties and you've been in business for more than 6 months, like earning for more than 6 months, you can contact those local enterprise offices and have 3 free sessions with me through them. In some counties it's like €50 per session as subsidised, and in most counties it's free. Also the trading online voucher again is there for people to say could work with me half price. The government pay half and you pay half, and that it could be we would work together for say marketing consulting, all the pieces around your niche and your offer and your pricing and your market research and your all of like your website, your professional presence, they all feed into marketing to get more sales, to your business development. So that's the trading online voucher, and that is it. The next step, if you're interested in working with me one-to-one, is to book an inquiry call. After you book the call, you'll get an automatic email that has a form with 10 questions. The 10 questions are basically, where are you at now? Where do you want to move towards? What's your mission? What is standing in your way? What's a challenge for you right now? What do you want help with? Do you have any questions for me as a coach mentor? Basically, you would fill in those questions as a way to start to get yourself thinking, and sometimes we don't even know what we need help with until we start to try and put it down on paper. It's all rattling around inside ourselves. You submit those questions to me at least a day before we speak. Then on our call, those questions are the format for our call and they guide us through our conversation. Then if it feels like a good fit for both of us at the end of the call to work together, in that it's a match between what you need help with and what I generally help people with, then we can discuss working together. Most of the logistics are already on my website, but I can answer more specific questions as well at that point. So that's all. If there's any questions, feel free to email me Otherwise, I might talk to you soon.